Hey everybody, my name is Scott. This is Scorpio Moon Tarot, and thank you for coming and checking out my video. I am going to do a VR to KATEY Flowers, which is only 10 decks that you would keep if you could only have 10. I had a little bit of a problem making it to 10, so what I did is I'm going to show 12 and then do 3 honorary mentions. So, and then 2 honorary mentions, I'll show you a little bit of the cards because I just think they're that important. So, if you are new here, I welcome you, and I hope that you will like and more importantly subscribe to me. That would help me out so much right now. And yeah, just welcome everyone. So, having said that, I am happy because I'm going in a new direction with my channel, and it's going to be more like spirit based and also tarot, of course, but other forms of enlightenment, and just more of a positive kind of vibe coming out. So I'm really excited about that. I'm so happy to have you guys here. So let's get started. So I'm going to do 3 honorary mentions, and these are some that I definitely recommend you check out. They're in my top 15 for sure, but those 3 would be the Bonfire. That is by Gabby Angus West, and if you love tattoo art or like tattoo art, and I really didn't care too much about it, it was meh. But when I saw this deck, holy cow. And one thing you'll find out about me is I love bright colors. I love it. It just makes me feel good. So this has lots of bright colors. Check that one out. I also love the Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti. And this man is a genius. His art is beautiful. And it has something special in it. It's very lighter weight, but enhanced and made beautiful in a different, of course it doesn't look like the lighter weight, but it follows the same exact symbols, system, pretty much. But the great thing about this deck is it adds astrology to the tarot. So it doesn't take away from the lighter weight. It just has an extra component of real beauty and an extra component of astrology. So if you're wanting to check something like that out and have a deck like that out, I think that would be the perfect deck for beginners with astrology. If you don't even care about astrology, you're still going to love this deck. My last one, honorable mention that I will not be showing, is the Saint Jinx Major Arcana Divine Masculine. Now this is a gay deck made for gay men. However, I think anybody could enjoy it. However, just putting this disclaimer out there, there is a censored version and an uncensored version. So when you go and look at this deck, make sure that you're okay with nudity. And I had to add this deck because, no, I can't show it, but it has healed me in a wonderful way. I now don't have a huge problem with nudity in tarot, where I didn't really have a problem, but it bothered me a little bit. I just wasn't used to it. Well, I don't really care now. I can see past it for the most part. There's some exceptions that I don't think should be. But anyway, if you want to check that out, just keep in mind that it is a gay man deck, and it is a very sexual deck in nature. So there's my 3 honorable mentions that I will not be showing. But the one that I did want to show you would actually be number 12. But this is my second honorary mention. And this is the Luna Soul Tarot. This has been on my cart for quite a while. It's one of my newer decks. And it would not have been included except for what has happened is I did a reading with this deck, and holy cow, the meanings were just so profound. I know you look at it, you're like, oh, it's cartoon. This is deep stuff. So it really helped me a lot in some areas that I was struggling, made me look at things from a different perspective, like that Hanged Man. And it is really pretty, isn't it? It's got nice colors. So yeah, that's nice diversity. Yeah, just an all-around good deck. Look at this. I love this for Pentacles or disc. You think of the greedy card, and you'll be looking at another greedy card if you stick with me. That's awesome. But this is the greedy card. Well, how are you going to get out the door if you're holding all that? You got a little bit too much, man, going on. I don't know. Let's think about it. This is an awesome deck. So it takes it to even a whole different level than the Rider-Waite, because it adds a little bit to that, but still follows the same system pretty much. And I just cannot have a top 10, even though it didn't quite make it. It is such an honorary mention because most people know this deck and love it. I haven't heard one person say they have it and don't like it. I'm sure they're out there, but that would be the Lightseers by Chris Ann. I know a lot of you have this, but this is my workhorse deck. So this is really the deck that I will go to get very clear meanings. And it's just wonderful. I just don't know how else to describe it. So beautiful here. We've got different races, diversity. So I did want to show that one. And here's my beautiful King of Cups. Fabulous. All right. So that is the Lightseers. Let's get to the top 10. Number 10. Coming in, and I am going 10 to 1, 10 being my 10th favorite, all the way to 1 being my favorite. Check this out. I did want to say, before I show you number 10, and I'm just looking at my notes to see where I need to go here, and gotcha. My deck was hiding from me. All right, so I am pretty new to tarot, but I fell in love with it very fast. And I do have about, well, over 100 decks, let's just say. So to me, to be in my top 10, you got to know that's special for me. And some of them are special for different reasons. This one is very special to me for a very specific reason. This is the Gilded Royale by Ciro Marchetti. It's the only other Marchetti deck that will be in this. He's the one I mentioned about the Tarot of Dreams, but this one here is the one I learned tarot by. So it's very special to me. It was my second deck overall, and it made me literally fall in love with the tarot. So here's an idea of what you get with Ciro Marchetti. The beauty that he has in these cards is just stunning. And like I said, it made me fall in love with tarot and also taught me a lot. So yeah, this is number 10. Can't recommend it enough. Really can't. And I got the tuck box, but I did go back and buy the bigger version, which comes with a really nice book that is written by Barbara Moore. And it's great too. This is the only deck that I do have a backup for. All right, let's go to number 9. And so far, these are probably decks that you may have heard of, but I don't know if you've heard of this one. So my number 9 is this bad boy right here. This is an indie deck. It is the Cosmic Visions Tarot. So yes, there is a Cosma Visions Oracle, but that is by a different artist. That is not this deck. That's by James R. Eads. This is by Jessica Shackleton, and I don't know a lot about her, but I hope she could watch this one day. And girl, you have outdone yourself. Like, this is beautiful. Look at the inside. It's got a nice little guidebook. I was so surprised when I opened this up and saw what I saw. And so it has a black image on the back, and then you got all this color. Look at that. Just popping out of these cards. Right? And look at this strength card. Come on now. I mean, it's just wonderful. And I will tell you, look at that tower coming out of that body. I will tell you something magical about this deck, and that is that out of all the decks I have, this has the best card stock. This is a cardstock that I want to rub for hours. Yes, I said that. Seriously, it's gorgeous cardstock. It gives new meanings as well. So this, and it follows the Three of Wands. You know, like this is where you would begin your journey. You know, this usually shows somebody like getting ready to walk to their journey. This girl's just diving right in. And I think that's awesome. Look how that's lit up in just the right places. This cardstock is like butter. It shuffles like a dream. And this girl is a genius. Look at the two-faced fox for the Seven of Swords. All right, number 8. And some of you may be familiar with this one as well. If you are not, and this is not everybody's cup of tea, but I think it's wonderful. And that is the Deviant Moon Tarot by the Borderless Edition by Patrick Valenza. Right? So if you don't know who Patrick Valenza is, he is, again, a genius. This is just came with a little book. And yeah, some of my acquaintances from before would say Tuck Box Rage. Yeah, but that just means to me that it's been used a lot. And it has been used a whole lot by me. I just get a lot out of these images. It's funny, it's dark, and it's all that in a bag of chips. So here's your strength card. Look how talented this guy is. Well, there's a girl, but he did all these images, and he has a lot of decks out there, but this is his most popular. Look at that 9 of Cups. He's manifesting. It's the I Dream of Genie card. And when I was learning tarot, that's what I would call this. I Dream of Genie. Like the Make-A-Wish card. And look how funny this is. Look at that 5 of Cups. He's like, nah, I ain't listening. It's just hysterical. This one, nope, not interested by. It's just, and it's so inventive. Look at that. 2 of Swords. Look at this gorgeous card. Probably my favorite card in the deck. Look at that 6 of Swords. How inventive, how unique. And like I said, there's some darker cards in here too. So, you know, it's just a little bit of everything. Androgyny. Look, that could be a male or female. I don't care. It doesn't matter. They're fabulous. Doesn't matter. Just gorgeous, gorgeous deck. That is the Deviant Moon Tarot by Patrick Valenza. And you can get that on Amazon, I'm pretty sure. If you want to know, and I don't mention where to get some of these decks, you can leave in the comments. I'll be happy to let you know where I got them from. So let's go to number 7. This wonderful, and I call it a she because she is gorgeous. And this is, if I had to rank my decks in most adorable decks, this is the most adorable deck by far. And I can't believe I didn't know about it until a couple months ago, and that a lot of people don't know about this deck. And that is the Tarot of the Sweet Twilight. It is on Amazon. It is cheap. And it is breathtaking. This is by Christina Benintende. It's a Lo Scarabeo deck. So you will have the extra meanings or extra languages on the book, in the little pamphlet, and also on the cards. However, it doesn't distract. Look at this beauty. What in the world? I just love it. So you see how you have the Empress here. So that's first. And then you got your other languages. But look at that. So this is just a fairy tale come true. Right? See which this one is. This is the Hermit. Or Devil, sorry. This is the Devil. Look at this Tower card. So this is not just a sweetheart deck either. You've got other meanings. Well, when have you ever seen a girl with bunny ears playing with her bear while a tower is exploding? So it adds a whole new layer, to the tarot. So, are you the tower? Are you the lightning? Are you the girl up with her teddy bear chilling out? It just brings a whole new meaning. I love moons, suns with faces. This has even got a world with a face. I mean, just beautiful. And even the saddest card that you can think of. The Three of Swords. Yes, she's stabbing herself in the heart. It's sad. Isn't it adorable? It's the most adorable Three of Swords card I've ever seen. This is one of my favorite. Nine of Swords. Just look at these images. How beautiful. Kind of A Nightmare Before Christmas. I think better. And Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory comes to mind here. This is the Knave of Pentacles. Isn't that fantastic? All right. That is the Tarot of Sweet Twilight. Here's the backs, by the way. Let's keep going. Number 6. I don't think I've skipped any. Yep, number 6. Number 6 is also one that sat in my cart for a very long time. And when I got it, I was stunned. It is so much more beautiful than you would ever be able to see on screen. You just have to see this in person. And I do not use this deck. And you don't know the reason why. I take it out and look at it a lot. But I do not use it because I don't want to mess it up. So when I get another one, I'm going to dive into this. It has a huge guidebook. This is the Star Tarot by KATEY McClellan. And this is a beauty, guys. This is one. It's probably in the top 2 of the most beautiful decks that I have. This is the High Priestess. I mean, can you just look? And gold gilding. I don't know if you can see it, but it is pretty gold. There's the backs. All right. There's just unbelievable beauty in this deck. Look at this, for instance, how she has illustrated the Death card. You have pretty much, okay, nothing there because why? Death can come in all forms, right? Sorry, I wasn't looking at the camera. But then, if you look closely, this is the body. And it's being transformed. Look, it's changing. So it's meeting death. But then what happens? The phoenix arises from the ashes. How beautiful is that? The Temperance. Show you just a couple more here. It's just gushing with beauty, knowledge, and has a huge guidebook as well where you can really delve into the cards and their meanings. I can't recommend it enough. All right. Top 5. So you might be thinking, oh, he just likes like funny and, sweet and pretty decks. This is my number 5. And if we went into shadow decks, of course, it would be number 1. And that is the Tarot of the Vampires by N. Daniels. This was given to me as a gift about 2 months ago as a pre-birthday present. I just fell in love. I fell in love with the images before I got this deck. And it is gorgeous. Again, fantastic guidebook. I mean, that you could just read for days on end and gives you so much information about everything, including the shadow side to work on, which I think is so important for us to work on our shadow side every day. Just look at it's gorgeous shadow to me. That's all the way I know how to describe this deck. Look here, this panther. If you love panthers like I do, can you see my little panther back there? You need this deck. But it does have all kinds of other things that are just fantastic, I think. But I mean, this is not a kid's deck. This is serious stuff. But it's also cute. And it has a lot of stuff to pull out of it. For example, do you notice this tower is not being struck? Like, what's wrong with the tower? Nothing yet. Look right here. This is the tower that is being hit. And this dude is like, I'm out of here. So he's escaping the tower. I love that before it gets hit. And, guys, I can't say much about this card except for damn. Okay. And then we'll move right on. And he does do house calls, by the way, so I would definitely recommend him. The Magician is just a magician. Let's move on. Look at the Three of Cups. So, again, a different take, right? But still there, but a different take. Love this. This is the 8 of Swords. Wow, right? Prince of Swords. And check out this. I mean, just full of all kinds of creatures and, you know, not short on the vampires by any chance. And it's all there. So that is the Terror of the Vampires with a Y by N. Daniels. Let's move on to my number 4. I love the Tarot Collectibles. If you have not looked at the Tarot Collectibles, they have their shop on Etsy and they have their own shop. I believe it's tarotcollectibles.com. Their decks are amazing. And coming in at number 4 is the Groovy Weight Tarot. This is just beaming with color. So if you like bright color, look at those bats. They edged it in pink. Look at that. All right, you haven't seen anything yet. This is a magical deck, in my opinion. It does stick pretty much to the Rider-Waite, but adds a lot of color, which I love colorology. I don't know if that's the right term, but I have like a color deck that, you know, helps me. And its chakras all have that color too, right? In each of the chakras. You can follow along with this deck with chakras, and it opens it wide up because they did such a good, job. I just wanted to mention this is the one I think they did change, and I love that they did this, from the Hierophant to the Guru. So here's a few more of these stunning pictures. Another thing I just wanted to point out with the chakras, okay? Look at the purple horse. Why is he purple? Purple, excuse me, my voice is going a little. This is the third time I've had to do this video. Thank you so much for sticking in there with me. So the purple in the chakra system is your crown chakra. It's the one that connects highest to source, to light, to being. So why would it be in a death card? Because it's going to transform, and you transform by going to your higher self and starting over. Also, there's rivers, or you can call them sidewalks, the yellow brick road. They're all different colors, and you can definitely get a lot of meanings out of the colors if you know the chakra system. I mean, who would not love this devil card? I mean, what? And I love this. They're not really fighting. There's no stress on their faces at all. They are just like playing volleyball kind of thing. So I love that interpretation of the 5 of Wands being like competition. How gorgeous are they? I wanted to put this one in, the ones I showed. Throwback to the Beatles, right? All you need is love. I believe that's the Beatles. Sorry, I wasn't born then. There we go. How gorgeous, right? Lots of diversity. How beautiful is that? Look at the planets. So they have added rainbows, but they've added planets. And that's why I wanted to show you this card. He's like on a different planet. He, she, they. And look at the planets just spinning around. Who does not want an I Dream of Genie card? I mean, come on. You gotta have the Wish card. And I love that they make it like this. And I think of those swords as like an illusion, right? So it's perfect to have them melting. I mean, just awesome. They're melting because maybe they're not real. Maybe fear is not real. It's an illusion. Boom. That is the Groovy Weight Tarot by Tarot Collectibles. Number 3. We are getting there. And this one shocked the heck out of me. And that it, landed where it did. And that is the Tarot of the She. Yeah, I know it says the city, but it is She is how it's pronounced. So Tarot of the She is a kind of a fairy deck. But let me tell you what happened with this deck. So the reason I do not use it a whole lot, but I'm planning on using it a lot. And right away you're going to see why. So I have this thing that I have been doing for a while now with my tarot cards, and I have not disclosed this to anybody but like one person, and they were like, you have to do this as a video. So I'm just going to throw it out there. Look at that Emperor, by the way. Right here he is. It's almost, you can't see him because he's just exploding with fire. So what it is if you are familiar with the NCAA pen, Then look how he's holding up. The Ten of Wands is holding up the Earth, basically. If you're familiar with the NCAA, that bracket of the tournament where there's 64, I actually have more, so I add to it. And then I take like the highest seed, like the one that I think is going to be the number one overall, and I put them with the last card, you know, my least favorite deck, excuse me. And they go head to head, and I go card by card, and it is so good to, for me at least, because it helps me to really bond with a deck. And I might think it's not a deck like this one that I would really like so much, and then when doing the competition, I'm like, how in the world did this one make my final four 2 times in a row? Look at this right here. I wanted to mention that this, the greedy tree, is 4. Then you have like the sad tree, right? Winter's bite is the 5. Look at the 6 of Pentacles, generosity tree. It's just, it's beautiful. So it kept just beating all these other decks that I thought, how is this happening? If you are interested in seeing about that championship and how I go about preparing it, how I do it, I will do a video on it for you. Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you would like a walkthrough of any of these, except for the next one that I'm going to show, because I've already done a walkthrough on it. But if you want to see any of these as a walkthrough, please let me know in the comments down below. And my second, for people who know me, you're going to be shocked, but that this is not number one. But I'll tell you, it was so close. This is a gem, guys. This is a masterpiece. Again, Tarot Collectibles comes in a little tuck box. Don't let this fool you. You can get it from Etsy, same place as the Groovy Weight Tarot. But this one is incredible. Let me show you. Boom. Look at that gorgeousness, if that's a word. Look how gorgeous that is. Just beautiful. Here's the backs. And they glow in the dark with a black light. I even purchased my own black light even before I got it, because I knew I wanted to have this effect on it. I can't do it right now for you, but it is in my other video. I have done it with the black light at night, so you can see how they shine and come alive. But look, they're already gorgeous, just insane colors. Again, here's another 5 of wands that they did. If I get the names wrong, guys, I'm sorry. But look here how there's females in here as well. They're not stressed. They're like playing volleyball again. They're like playing, you know, with their wands. I love the competition of that. You might think, oh, this is just a feel-good deck. Not exactly. Look at this 9 of wands. This guy's pissed off. He's pissed. Okay, but look at his fabulous clothes. Like, I need those clothes in my life. All right, just a few more I wanted to show. Look at that. I mean, just the most beautiful colors. If you're a color fanatic and you see and feel things by experiencing color, you have to get this deck. This is probably my favorite card in the deck. Look at that orange. Gorgeous. Orange is not one of my favorite colors. That orange is. And 2 more with this one. And this is an extra card. And it's the Trippin' Squirrel, right? Well, I didn't know what the Trippin' Squirrel meant. Again, these do not have guidebooks, but there is PDFs. So you can go on to the web and get their PDF and get the meanings of the extra cards. You can pretty much, if you know Rider-Waite, you know those meanings already for the other cards. So I found that the Trippin' Squirrel means you're going to have a crazy, nutty day, right? Nutty. And I just found out that because I drew it for like a monthly card, and my whole month was crazy. And I can't tell you if it's good crazy or bad crazy. It was just crazy. So that is my number 2. My number 1, dum dum dum, is one that I've had for a little while now, and that I haven't used a lot because I am not keen, or not the right word. I am not. I don't have to be on the same system all the time. I like variants if there's a good variant of the Rider-Waite Smith, and I think this deck is incredible. No, it does not follow the Rider-Waite, but there is some Rider-Waite in there that you can tell. So I would say it would be like a second cousin of a Rider-Waite. So if you are stuck to just Rider-Waite, and that's fine, you know that you probably won't want this deck, but if you are not and you don't mind learning a new system, I cannot recommend this enough. This is my number one. It's the Dreams of Gaia Tarot by Raven. Get my fingers out of the way. Raven Fallon. And everything about it is magical. Great book. So this will teach you how she basically did the deck and why it's different. And there's just so much for each meaning. But just to give you an idea, so the Dreams of Gaia Tarot is for those who desire unity within themselves, their relationships, and with heaven and earth. It is for those who wish to explore and develop a keener understanding of self, as well as those who seek to commune with the spirit realms and the divine. The philosophy of the cards is simple: to seek, to feel, to grow, and to heal. Guys, I can't tell you enough like how special this deck has been to me. Just learning about it and just checking it out and like looking at it every day. Look at the choice card. So this is what would be the full card. I mean, come on. How beautiful is that? They are a little glossy, but I actually like that. I like shiny things. So it doesn't bother me. Very good card stock, though. It's protected. And as you can see, you know, healing is number, 11 or 9? 11. So there's different meanings for some of the cards. David, just look how gorgeous that is. So here's a minor. So here's a 5 of Wands. Clearly can detect that that's a 5 of Wands, you know, from the Rider-Waite. It has the symbols down here at the bottom. So the triangle that is empty is the, again, think now, the Wands, and then the fire energy. And then you have like the cups down here. There's your one, and the dragons. There's a dragon for each of the suit. It is the ace. The 10 of cups. And then you have a queen. I mean, look at that. A king. And then they change out the knights and the pages to be different things that are just as beautiful. And I'll show you one of them in a minute. Look at that. That is the 7 of swords. Just look what a different interpretation that is. Bringing so much hope. Healing, right? Like I wouldn't be scared to pull that 7 of swords card. Look here at the scribe. So this, see a little line there. That's air. So this would be swords. So this would be normally the 12, which is the knight of swords. But now it's the scribe. And look at that. So that's what you get from those cards. What's usually like the page and the knight. And here's the last 3 cards I will show you. These are the pentacles. Look how the colors go together. Like the pentacles are green, and you know they're changed to earth and water, the elements. Look at that. I mean, just gorgeous. And this is my favorite deck right now. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I did want to say something on that. I am interested in like branching out a little bit. And so I've kind of changed my philosophy about some things. And I am really interested to get to know new people to my channel. So if you are part of a community that is that I'm not aware of, I would love to hear about it. You can put it in the comments below. I'll put my email in there as well. And please contact me. And I'm like so open to having new friends right now. So if you are too, and you know you resonate with some of the things that I like, I would love to talk to you. Like send you a message. I don't say that I'm going to do it every single time, you know, like on that day when you send it, but I will get it and read it. And I'm very much in this space where I need friends and want friends, and have a lot to share and to give, and a lot of true love in my heart, and that's where I want this channel to go. So thank you guys so much for watching and being with me. And no, I'm not perfect, but I'm happy. Love and light to everyone. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.